Organizers, members and supporters of the initiative Most Influential People of African Descent Under 40. Distinguished participants of the Recognition Week celebrating excellence, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to address you as chairperson of the United Nations Working Group of Experts on People of African Descent. Our group is composed of 5 independent experts coming from 5 UN regions and exercising a mandate specifically dedicated to the promotion and protection of human rights of people of African descent. Needless to say, we depend upon and greatly benefit from the active participation of people of African descent in our activities. I wish to thank the organizers and congratulate you on this important event. Let me also applaud this year's class of Most Influential People of African Descent Under 40. We believe that no efforts towards recognition, justice and development as envisaged by the United Nations Decade of People of African Descent will prove successful without genuine and active involvement of young people of African descent. You are shining examples of how to make best use of one's skills and abilities to promote leaders of your communities and promote personal development, excellence, and engagement. While tonight's event is aimed at celebrating excellence and progress, allow me to share with you some of our concerns, as it is our genuine hope that together we can ensure they are addressed. We are alarmed by the racial bias in the administration of justice and criminal justice system. We are alarmed by police brutality and mass incarceration of people of African descent. Nowadays, our situation is often driven to xenophobic mob attacks against racial minorities, refugees, asylum seekers, and migrants. We are disturbed by racist language openly used by representatives of political parties, including at the highest levels of government. We are equally worried about disparities in access to education, health, housing and employment. There's an urgent need to address the legacy of enslavement and racial inequality as among the major sources of racism, racial discrimination, Afrophobia, xenophobia and related intolerance. The group welcomes and supports the human rights movement and networks of people of African descent who are successfully advocating for racial justice and social change. As part of its activities, the working group has provided proposals for the new United Nations Declaration on the promotion and full respect of human rights of people of African descent, as envisaged in the program of activities for the International Decade for People of African Descent. The drafting process and the declaration itself provide an opportunity to consider the impact of historical injustices and structural racism on people of African descent and to remedy their consequences. It is also an opportunity to elaborate rights that are not yet embodied in international legal framework and that are specific to the experiences of people of African descent. Dear friends, distinguished participants and guests, let us continue to work together towards these common goals. I admire you and wish you continued success as young leaders of African descent in your countries and communities. Your involvement is crucial to ensure that international efforts aimed at combating racism, racial discrimination, Afrophobia, xenophobia, and related intolerance are successful. On behalf of the Working Group of Experts on People of African Descent, I wish to reaffirm our commitment to work with all stakeholders, including civil society and initiatives such as Most Influential People of African Descent Under 40, to promote the 3 pillars of the UN Decade: recognition, justice, and development. Once more, my best congratulations to all of you and good luck.